This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. It is one of the most difficult golf courses in the United States, Oakmont Country Club outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, who was a part of that dramatic U.S. Open in 1994 at Oakmont, ultimately won by Ernie Els. Frank, when you think of Oakmont, what comes to mind?
The difficulty of the golf course, Rich. I know a lot's changed over the last 20 or so years. A lot of the trees are being removed. But really, that wasn't the story of Oakmont. It's the slick greens, how firm and fast they can be. The members there, for example, they marvel at the fact that people think they're fast. They say we putt on these greens every single day, and they're certainly no slower. But it's the bunkering as well. There's 210 bunkers here. They're all in play. And it just has that history. When you step on Oakmont, you just know you are walking on not one of the great courses in North America, but one of the great courses in golf.
Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. He can win the hole in this putt. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
It's a pretty big putt right here to win the hole. He wins the hole. Moving on to the 11th hole here at Oakmont, par 4, 379 yards. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Down, little Sheba. Down! Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Second shot coming out of the rough here. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. All right, so green side bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
See if he's up to the task. Trying to win the hole here.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Has it. Now at the par 5 12, 667 yards. Frank, you played golf around the world at the very highest level. I've heard you say you think this is one of the hardest par 5s on the planet. Why?
The slope of the fairway, you don't get a flat lie anywhere along that, and the green slopes away from you. So really there's no easy out. This is the only par 5 I've ever seen where the best players in the world would take a 5. There's something about a well-hit shot. I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Now the third shot here at number 12, Frank.
Just has to be careful judging the rollout on this third shot. No snack though.
How does that not go in? If he makes it, he wins the hole. And that gives him the hole.
Literally no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
Well, Frank, what about this par 3 13th? Measures 183 yards.
It has a little bit of a crescent-shaped green, but it looks like the green should shape that way, but the actual contours of the green go in the opposite direction. The only good thing about that is chances are you've got an uphill putt.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Not terrible, but not his best.
An outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
If he makes it, he wins the hole. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Did the job right there. He'll take par and move on. 14, pretty short par 4 at 358 yards. Frank?
Get the ball in play here, and certainly your best opportunity for birdie on the second 9 so far.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Headed for the bunker? Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. All right, in the bunker now. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone. Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just misses. Well, you just can't make up ground if you don't make putts. Drop shot here at the 14th hole.
Well, that one's got a stink. That's a good stroke.
He has this for par. He wins the hole and takes care of business there.
Solid stroke.
Here at the 15th, a long par 4 at 499 yards. Frank, what are you looking to do off the tee?
The tee shot here is very similar to the one back at the par 5. Fairway slopes left to right. And then the second shot's going to be uphill to a green that's actually built in the opposite direction. This is a tough par 4.
Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
8-foot putt here. Frank, you hate to miss it from that distance.
More than a setback there.
It's a pretty big putt right here to win the hole. And that gives him the hole. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Frank, this is a point in the round where you really need to summon your best stuff. Par 3 of 231 yards. You know the pressure's building. We're at the 16th hole, and you have a long iron in hand. You can't flinch. You can't take it halfway back and go. This has to be the complete swing, and you have to really have the nerve on this shot.
Yeah, this shot has to be hitting right out of the button, that's for sure. One thing to consider, though, in the back of your mind, it's always better putting back uphill. Well, uphill is actually from the back of the screen. So you actually can be a little braver on 16 than what you might think standing on that tee, because a little long is better than a little short.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Looks like he just misread that. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Shouldn't be a problem here. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
See if he's up to the task. Trying to win the hole here. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Not what he had in mind when he stepped to the tee, but it would be just one drop shot. Clean this up with a tap. And drops it in. He can win the hole on this putt. He wins the hole. So that'll do it from historic Oakmont Country Club in western Pennsylvania. Frank, Oakmont yet again has stood the test of time.
It has. It proves it's at the top of the tree with regard to testing every department of a player's game in whatever era they played.
So for all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo saying so long until next time.